Hello, everybody, and welcome to Soul Surfing Sunday. My name is Fawny D, and I'll be channeling cards for you today. I hopped on here today. I wasn't expecting to go on here, but I need to get my mind off of something, and I had to do a reading to see what the energy was like for all of us. So it's a collective energy. Uh, you know, we're never ready for anything, no matter how hard we try to be ready. Uh, we're at that age where our parents and our grandparents and people we're going to lose out of our life because they're getting older and it's their time. Yesterday, I got the phone call. My father had passed. He was 91 years old. They called him the Legend of Pymatuning. He was a avid hunter, fisherman. Um, Helped everybody he could. My dad was a great man. And I had been pumping myself up trying to get ready for this. Yesterday, when I found out, I cried hard. I kept it together when I was talking to my little brother and I cried hard, but I haven't cried since. It's like I'm numb. I feel numb. And I thought I'd come on and share these feelings because, when you walk through the dark night of the soul, you think that strength is going to carry you through everything in the world, and it's not. The dark night of the soul is just getting over the trauma of the past, but we still have the trauma of the now. We have the beautiful memories that we're watching go away and never come back. And I just needed to do a reading today. I needed to be around my soul family. I needed to be by myself for a while. I needed to see what I was taught by that man. That man taught me everything I know. I mean, that man was, you always say my father was the best, or my father was the worst, or my mother, or whichever one. Me and my brother had said that our parents, for some unknown reason, our parents would go together. My parents have been divorced since 1978. But my mother divorced my father. My father said, I will never love anyone but your mother. I will remarry for a partner, but I will always love your mother. And three kids, a lot of traveling, a lot of things we did. Um, it just didn't last. And I'm wondering why I was daddy's little girl. I'm wondering why I'm not bawling my eyes out right now talking to you. But I know that my father gave me the strength, and my mother gave me the strength that I needed. To me, my mother was Wonder Woman and my father was Superman. Some of us don't have that pleasure. I had it all. And I can honestly say he taught me well. And I've been getting ready for this because I knew it was going to happen. I had this feeling the med beds weren't going to be out for a while. And I prayed that my parents would hang in there to enjoy life again. But it wasn't meant to be. I can't change what's going to happen to anybody. I can just deal with the things that come to me. And I ask why I'm on here all the time. Why do I keep pushing myself to do these readings for everybody? Because I have to. This is my mission. We all have a mission. And until we figure out our mission, I'm lost. So I'm going to do a reading today. It's not as big, but I really needed to take my mind away from all of this because this is just fresh in my mind. And I've been talking to my father through my subconscious mind and doing a lot of meditation towards him. And it was interesting. I haven't been able to talk to my father like in a year because my father, well, maybe about a half, 6 months, 7 months. My father can't hear. He never wears his hearing aids and he can't see very good with shadows. So he couldn't hear me really on the phone. But his wife would, tell him what I said and this and that. And I've been talking to him in my subconscious a lot and I've been dreaming about him a lot. And he told me, I taught you strength, kiddo. Use it. I'm happy. he was not happy. He couldn't walk anymore. He didn't speak because he couldn't hear nothing. And that's not how he wanted to be. He lived a long, beautiful life. So I am going to say that when this happens, it will be hard, but you'll make it through it. So today is 2/2 of 2025. It's a 13. It's a 4. I'm not going to read the meaning of the 4 today. Why, I don't know. I didn't pull cards for the Soul Helper Oracle. I just pulled the cards that I needed. We just got the cards that we needed today. Today is kind of like a Fawn's numb brain day, and she needs to get a message out. And that's what Creator is telling me. So I hope everybody's having a nice day. And I don't want to bring anybody down. Don't cry for me. Don't. I don't want anybody to cry for me. If you cry, cry for the world. Try help people. We can't cry and lose ourselves. We have to have strength. And this reading was a really good reading. So I was really happy that the cards channeled showed me what it showed me. And I think it'll help other people out there, because I think I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do. Now, the first card that came out in the Enchanted Map Oracle was a number 27, and it's home. There is a clock on the wall. It says 10 to 8. It says welcome life. There's a sign. There's an owl up top, and there's a doorway up top. And there's a girl right here at the bottom looking at this door. And there's a secret pathway right up here near the owl. And that card that tells us to welcome life. And it's beautiful because there's light up here in this secret little door. It's a 27, which is 9. Dogs are gonna bark. Here we go. Okay, let's try this again. That's an angel down here, a fairy, because there's wings on this. I'm thinking it's a fairy. But home is an interesting card to come out for today. Home, you are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is a time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people, or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you were meant to be and will reap great benefits by staying on this path. Regardless of where it leads, home will always be with you. It is where the heart is. That's amazing. Maybe that's why I'm not crying, because my father was always in my heart. He wasn't in Pennsylvania. His body was, but his soul was always in my heart. And we need to look at it that way. And that is a beautiful card to come out. Now, the clarifier for that card was the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups was reversed. So it came in like this. It's feeling upside down. It's like they're beaming with the sun right there at their face, right between them. Like the magic is between them. And they're both, I never noticed that. They're both holding a seashell. I want you to take a good look at this. Hers is an oyster with a pearl in it, and his is a conch shell. Okay, reversed. The Two of Cups separates rejection, division, imbalance, tension. And okay, I wanted to make sure it was reversed. Okay. Tension, bad communication, and withdrawal. The card indicates that the querent is in a situation where their trust is not justified. They have been rejected. They are faced with rash behavior. Their feelings are hurt, or their romantic relationship with someone is not developing as they would like. If the querent is in a relationship or has a potential love interest, the Two of Cups indicates that there may be an imbalance or disconnection. They must reflect on whether their needs are being met. And that's interesting that that come in with home. How is your home? Is your home upside down and unsatisfying? Or is your home togetherness and satisfying? We all have to think about it. I mean, we all have to say, hey, look, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to create as pretty of a place as I possibly can. Now, the next card that came out was a number one, and it's the Bone Collector. And this clock is on 10 to 2. She's got a rabbit, which is lucky. And she's got a peacock feather, which I never noticed before. She's got a heart down here, skull and bones, a little cage, and it looks like a duck or a bird up there. This is a beautiful card. She's got all that energy swirling around her. Look at the energy that little lady's in. You are whole and have everything you need within. When the Bone Collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditions and unconscious expectations. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and accept a version of the truth that then sets us up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation similar to the original event. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influential by a perception of limitations. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable, or expect to be criticized. The Bone Collector reminds you that the truth is that you are a powerful being with limitless possibility. She has kept safe whatever was stolen from you in the wounding, and is here for you as you reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the Bone Collector is your inner resource. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find you have it after all. Anything is possible. With awareness, the wounds of the past need not be defined, may not define you. These are really some amazing cards that are coming out. Seen them come out, but I didn't read. I don't read anything. I come on with you all and I feel the cards and I can feel what they're trying to tell us. And this is telling me that we have everything within ourselves. And the card that we got as the clarifier was the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands shows someone going on a journey, but they've got to go across a tricky path over the water. Resistance, asserting oneself, unconventional defense, resourceful safeguarding. The Seven of Wands embodies determination, rivalry, and preservation. The Querent confronts a scenario where external factors hinder their progress. This might involve individuals envious of their accomplishments. The moment calls for action in alignment with values. Develop a strategy to mitigate and anticipate potential future complications. This establishes relationship and limits advocating for love's cause, fending off rivals, upholding your stance, and confronting challenges. This is trying to be secure. And after the bone collector, yeah, that's pretty interesting card. Now we did get an 11. We got a lot of master numbers, which is a good thing because that's like a positive affirmation of the cards we got. And we got an 11 and it's balancing act. And it's interesting that the ship is there. Anytime I'm around water and see ships, I think of my father. He was a commercial fisherman in Fort Pierce, Florida for 25 years. And I was the daughter of a fisherman. My father was very rich, and my mother, because he was also a land developer in Pennsylvania and bought 500 acres, sold mobile homes and developed property. So my father and my mother worked together, had three kids, and they balanced their life out. And that's what it's telling me right now I need to do. I need to balance my life out. You are calm within no matter the situation. Okay. You are calm within no matter the fluctuation of outer conditions. There are times when things seem a bit topsy-turvy and it feels as if you're juggling 1,000 balls in the air. Perhaps you're unsure of your footing. Now is the moment to evaluate which areas of your life need balance and then restore equilibrium. Choose harmony over discord, and great success will be yours. You'll find inner stability when you choose a balanced, focused, and level path. I was telling my husband a minute ago that it's interesting about today. We're actually yesterday's reading. Yesterday was a 3, 2/1 of 2025, which is a 12 and a 3. My father was born August 3rd, 1933, and we had a lot of threes yesterday. And yesterday was a really good reading too. So I think that these readings are really helping me get through this because normally I would be a basket case. And with the 11 balance, we get the Knight of Swords. And this is interesting because there's been a lot of Sagittarius, like fire signs. My dad was a Leo. I'm a Leo, and yeah, this kind of looks like Leo stuff. Fire signs. Assert direct impotent, intellectual, daring, focused, perfectionist, ambitious. The Knight of Swords represents energy, speed, and determination. The asker is highly ambitious and motivated to manifest their ideas. This card is a reminder to slow down and enjoy the journey. We kept getting the slow and steady card. This card also signifies the asker's goal are within reach. They are ready to bring their plans into reality with focus, strength, and courage. That's one thing my father wanted was courage. He loved courage. He loved the fact that people could walk in the flames and rescue somebody and walk back out and be untouched. It's kind of like a miracle, in my opinion. We got a number 27, which is a 26, which is the day I was born. Um, Yeah, I feel my father with me right now in this reading. And yesterday, I feel that that reading was, yes, you have to balance. You have to balance right now, Bonnie D. You have to get this right or you'll lose it. And I don't want to lose it. Deep freeze. Everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not yet ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forego ambitious activities. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gesture, projects to shift, and change in relationship to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to put all your arrangements on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self care is the most important activity now. So reflect, read a good book, or get a message, rest and dream. Yeah, I told my husband today that I was absolutely doing nothing. What I, nothing but what I want to do. I'm not getting into any long drawn out conversations today. I'm going to do my reading. I'm probably going to go lay in the sun a little bit and reflect, and I am going to hold this together. I'm ready. And with the 26, we got the Ace of Cups, and I thought that was interesting because, like I said, my father was a commercial fisherman, and he got the Ace of Cups, the oyster, the pearl, love, new feelings, emotional awakening, creativity, spirituality, and intuition. The ace indicates new beginnings. The Ace of Cups represents love, renewal, emotional well-being, and creative expression. It's a beautiful card that signifies a period of connection and fulfillment. All I keep thinking is the world is your oyster. The Ace of Cups represents a positive flow of energy, and it can also indicate a mutually beneficial friendship that brings happiness and deep emotional satisfaction. Um, I have nothing to say about that card right now. I'm kind of with the oysters interesting. And I probably will re-listen to this to see what other messages I might have missed doing this. Now, 32 come up and it came in reverse, and it's the magic prayer. Self will that goes unchecked can bring difficulties. Reverse, the magic prayer card is a sign that you mistakenly believe that your way is the only one. Could the path you are on be leading you to a place of regret, or could you be pursuing something that just isn't good for you? If so, you may be facing a painful lesson and a lonely one too. Perhaps it is time to pray and meditate on your highest good and the highest good of all. Spirit may have other plans for you. Be assured that they will be better than any you could ever dream of. So, yeah, and what's interesting about this card is when it came in reverse, it switched the picture. She's got energy coming out the back of her neck, and her hair is flowing, and she's deep diving. We've got the deep diving card here today. This is a five. This is change. She's going somewhere and she's changing. And she's got the nature, the green all around her. She's even got a green mask on. It's a leaf that looks like nature. This card is pretty cool. Self-will, huh? Yeah, well, where there's a will, there's a way. And we got with that, we got the Empress, and she was also in reverse. So both these cards were in reverse. And the Empress is a 3, and this is a divine message. The Empress is pregnant, but it's upside down. Insecurity, overbearing, negligence, smothering, lack of growth, lack of progress. Empress reversed indicates that you may have lost some of your own willpower and strength by focusing too much on other people's affairs and neglect your own needs and desires. It could also mean that you are relying on others to take care of you and make decisions for you. You need to work towards removing the influences on your life and building confidence in your own actions. Yeah, and what's interesting, these cards, I mean, look, they're both upside down. Her energy is at her throat, the back of her neck. Her energy is the baby in her belly, the new birth, the regeneration. And we got a number 44, which is another, look at that, 44. And it's not upside down this time, thank goodness. We've got her a few times. This is strength. Look at, she's teetering, she's holding the earth up with the tree with her hand. She's got her leg out and she's trying to catch the magic. She's trying to hold it all together. Your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in a higher power. Strength to accomplish even the most daunting tasks is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. The strength card indicates that your ideas are being tested and refined, and your relationships are being deepened. No matter what happens, nothing can move you off the course of evolution. As the potency of your connections becomes more obvious, you're able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have courage and dive in, for magic is in the process of finding a form to take. When you remember that real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and reliance on a higher power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. I so agree with that. I mean, we have to have, and the last card being strength. I mean, come on. And the strength had the 14 temperance or temperance. And it's a 5 also, which is change. I'll make sure it wasn't reversed. Balance, peace, patience, moderation, calm, tranquility, harmony, serenity. The Temperance Tarot and card suggests moderation and balance, coupled with a lot of patience. When this card appears, there is a suggestion that extremes in any situation should be avoided. Temperance may also indicate a time to evolve, evaluate, and re-examine the priorities you have chosen. This will help you create a balance between your outer and your inner self. And one other card came out at the end, so I kept it. And it's another Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities, resources, abundance, prosperity, security, stability, manifestation. The Ace of Pentacles represents abundance, financial prosperity, and manifestation. This card tells the asker to take initiative and act on new projects, businesses, or initiatives align with their values. The Ace of Pentacles can also indicate the beginning stages of a relationship with a person or with many people who may subsequently open the door to future financial prosperity for you. So, this reading right here is telling me the strength, the perseverance, the life is your oyster. We have all of this within ourselves. And it was a very interesting soul surfing Sunday message for me. Now, when you ask a question, when I ask a question, sometimes I ask it within the cards because I want the cards to show me how I'm feeling or what I should do or what somebody else should do. It is a collective. So I needed to hear it, and maybe 20 other people needed to hear it. So in the Wishcraft Oracle, you have to remember that you are the magic. We are magic. And we got a 15, which is a 6, and we got the wolf howling. Oh, my voice is heard in the world. At the next full moon, go outside and look at this big round satellite. Think about something you want and maybe want to celebrate. Hold that wish, or even in your mind, take a deep breath and let go a huge happy howl like a big wolf. This is also a really fun thing to do with your friends. So we should all go howl at the moon tonight. Ooh. I thought that was interesting because of what it said and what I think sometimes I just should give this shit up and not worry about it. My voice is heard in the world, and it needs to be. The moon told me so. And we got the Magic Spirit Oracle. And it's a 39, and it's a 12, and it's a 3. And it says, "Oh, I don't break that easy. Not anymore. Instead, I use this as fuel." The Alchemist, empowerment, pain, sorcerers. I light the spark of power and strength within my heart. The hero's path, the gaining of strength, the path of empowerment, heartbreak, challenges, trauma, being underestimated, failure. Why should we let these things keep us down instead of seeking to use them as opportunities to overcome, to make ourselves proud, to strengthen our minds, to become a higher human and learn from them? This is the path of the hero. Instead of letting the darkness win, the hero chooses to pursue the ultimate alchemy, turning pain into power. Not everyone is capable of this level of sorcery. For some, pain is very great and penetrates the darkness to the core of their being. Only soul and stubborn persistence can undo a curse like that. But the power docs indeed exist within all of us. A hero can still grieve, fall into darkness, give up, fall again, lose hope, seek help, or honor their natural emotions. The difference is that they don't stay there in that darkness. Why would they why would they want to? They persist. They light up the darkness with their heart again, even if little by little, bit by bit. With the magic of faith and sometimes the aid of others, they choose to fight on for the light of the world, refusing to let the dark side win and become more powerful. This is how we change the world, healing ourselves, healing others, which heals the soul of the world. At the end of the day, finding meaning in what happens and having a purpose is unbelievably empowering. This is what fuels our power. This is a love spell that we cast upon our own hearts. It is healing. There's a big difference between having self-compassion and endlessly feeling sorry for ourselves. Fall into the bottomless pit of victimhood is to become the soul that is lost in the place where no light can reach, no tree can grow. Cast a spell of light and empowerment upon your own heart and the heart of another. Choose your eyes, place your hand on your heart, or close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, take a deep breath, and set the intention that a blessing of light, faith, and strength will prevail from a place of power, optimism, and love for yourself and the other person you have in mind. Cast this spell on someone who is struggling and could use some empowerment, like activates more light. Yeah, what this is saying is I don't break anymore. And I just said that to somebody the other day. I really used to be a girl on a sentimental journey. Everybody protected me from things. They knew I couldn't handle like horror movies and gruesome things and monsters. And I was totally into saving humanity from itself. I guess I could say that was the easiest thing, to rescue every animal that ever walked on the face of this earth and to try to figure out what the hell I'm here for, because I knew there was a reason. You just kind of you're kind of walking around and you really have no idea the reason. Okay, this is funny. I gotta laugh because I never noticed this. She's in the cup of, the cup of stars, the beauty. And there is little bumblebees holding her hair up. And she's got her middle finger up and she's looking like, go away. And I seen this funny, me and my husband do this now. I seen this funny on the reels, and it was a little girl, and she was like this, and she had her eyes closed, and her dad goes, "What are you doing?" She was probably like maybe 8, 7, 9, maybe somewhere in that area. And she's like this, and her dad goes, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm meditating." So she was tuning the world out and saying, "You, leave me alone. I'm meditating." So I thought that was hysterical. We laugh about that all the time. He'll say something stupid or I will, and we'll look at each other and go, "Okay, I'm meditating. Leave me alone." Sometimes you have to joke or you'll cry. I did pretty good through this. I was hoping that please don't cry, Fonny D. And we got four. We got relationship. We got family, attune, heart to heart. In the golden future, high frequency adults will only be interested in relationships based on true love. They will seek those that are mutually empowered. Family members will link heart to heart so they are constantly attuned to one another and make choices for happiness and harmony. Because everyone will be telepathic, communication will be totally clear and honest. Everyone will intuitively understand and honor the needs of all their family members. Underlying concerns or emotional issues will be immediately addressed and respectfully honored. So everything will be open. This will create cheerful, content, loving families. Every incoming soul will be planned and wanted. They will be nurtured as a precious part of the community as well as the family. So all children will feel completely loved and that they belong because they will receive fifth dimensional parenting. Their gifts will automatically be physically and spiritually switched on. In the golden future, all relationships will be based on self worth and honesty. This card asks you to develop heart-to-heart connections with members of your family and friends. Practice tuning in to what others really want and listening with your heart. At the same time, it is important to recognize and fulfill your own underlying needs. When you are honest with yourself and giving yourself respect, love, kindness, and whatever satisfies you, your relationship with yourself becomes more loving, content, and empowered. Your sense of self-worth and your happiness then affect your family, loved ones, friends, and all of those around you. Queen Yin is a goddess of love, is helping high frequency families to attune to one another for the highest good. Ask her to help you create a golden aura of happiness, love, wisdom, and understanding. Ground yourself and your loved ones. Visualize yourself and your family in a golden cocoon. That's a beautiful, beautiful message for the end of this reading. The four, and today is a four when it's cut down, attuned to the heart to heart. There's dolphins, there's butterflies, there's birds, and there's the 3D grid, and there's the water and the dolphin. So they're stepping out of the 3D grid and they're attuning with their hearts. Now, I hope this helped everybody because right now we're going into a lot of turmoil that's coming up in our field, and we're gonna have to be ready for this. But we're also gonna lose loved ones, and we have to be ready for that too. You're never completely ready. I can just say you're never completely ready, but you have to replace pain and hurt with strength, and prosperity, and peace because we're still alive and we have to go on. Our parents brought us into this world to create and to help the world on their mission. And I'm still here and I'm ready to help on this mission. Now, all I have to say about today is I love everybody. And every step in your journey will be magical. And you know what? Just be you.